You are now tuned in to LightSaber Radio. If you only knew the power of God's.
Here it comes. Let's go.
You are now tuned in to LightSaber Radio. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hello there.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to LightSaber Radio. Okay, so we're going to start today's show. As you guys see, we're missing some of the other hosts of this show because one of them's having a issue with their computer and the other one just isn't home yet in order to get that. She has some prior engagements, so Charlie will be joining us in a little while. And hopefully CJ gets his internet figured out and jumps back in. But for today's Housebreaker, we have, would you rather have one night with the two Twi'lek girls in a Boba Fett trailer or a lifetime with Padme?
Oh, bro, Lifetime with Padme. 100%. Oh, man. Isn't that like in the costume where she's like in Geonosis? Yes.
I don't know. That's kind of hard one. When I was thinking about it, I was like, damn, man, what would you choose? Because you got to think about it. Lifetime with Padme would be great. But you know, after a while, you get bored. But like, damn, you just get on my damn nerves. Why are you always bitching about everything? One night with them freaky ass Twi'lek girls, they just look like some freaks. So
That's true. That's true.
That's one night with two Twi'leks that's gonna probably blow your brains off.
They
on how
got
well
that
you gonna get done.
experience. They know what they're doing.
It's kind. But I think I'd have to pick because Padme's a queen. And you're going to be rich forever. I had to take the money
That's
side,
true.
too. You know, you got to take money, and she's, you know what I'm saying? Just, I don't know. She was good enough for Anakin to lose his damn mind over. So, you know what I'm saying? It has to be some spectacular.
Oh, flip. I don't know. That is tough. But yeah, that's a good point. Like Anakin literally turned to the dark side for that. So she's got something. She's got some tricks up her sleeve. You know she does.
She curling them toes.
Dude, I don't know. That's a good question. I think Padme though.
Yeah, I think I'd have to choose Padme. For one thing, like she is the ruler of an entire planet. You know what I'm saying? So even when she goes to the Senate, she's still like, I mean, she got a lot of money. Just imagine how much crap you could buy with all that money she has. And for somebody that's broke, that's a lot of money. I think I'd have to go with the money.
Yeah. Well, there you go. That was easy.
Yep, that wasn't too hard. Okay, so there's a lot of things that we got to discuss on this episode. But I think the most important thing is what's been jumping around online is what Kathleen Kennedy said about bringing back some of the sequel trilogy characters and Adam Driver's response to coming back to the Star Wars galaxy. And I think that that's a very important topic that we need to cover because you think about it, you know, Rey just kind of disappears. Kylo Ren actually dies, or Ben Solo or whatever he was at that point actually dies in the last film. So how are they going to bring them back? I mean, how would that be possible to bring them back into the fold of Star Wars?
See, I don't know. Like, I remember before
CJ
we
back.
logged on. Oh, there's CJ.
Into the modem out in the living room because moving the modem in this apartment is impossible. So I just said, screw it. I'm grabbing my little desk, my desktop, and I'm going to huck everything out into the living room and hope it works. And it works. So
Yeah, it's working way better than it was.
Oh, yeah. I can see you guys. Before. You guys are moving perfectly. I can hear everything. It's not lagged out. It's really nice.
Yeah, Wi-Fi sucks, man. You got to go.
Oh, my laptop, what pissed me off for the longest time is that my laptop wouldn't connect to like the hardwire. So I'm like, I wonder if my desktop will work. And I went and grabbed my desktop and did all that fancy stuff. So what were we talking about?
Okay, so first, we're going to jump back a little bit. The Housebreaker of this episode is, would you rather have the two Twi'lek girls in the Boba Fett film or the trailer for one night or Padme for a lifetime?
Yo, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like Padme bitches a lot. I think.
Wow.
I'm sorry. The Senate this, the Senate that. I don't want to hear that shit. I don't like politics in the first place. I don't need to hear it every day for the rest of my life. I'd rather have a night of fun than a fucking eternity of complaining. No offense to Padme, she's a queen. She's hot. I mean, she bagged a freaking Jedi. So, I mean, she's obviously got some kind of power on her. But I don't want to hear about politics and politicians and then the fancy dinners. And you have to look a certain way. Nah, man, that's way too much responsibility. Those Twi'leks look like they get down and dirty and they don't care what you look like.
I think we all agree. I think we all agree. But I had to go for the money. Padme is she's rich.
Hey man, you don't know what those Twi'leks are tied in though. That's the thing. You could sucker one in for that one night. You might get some money out of it. You don't have to pay
you might have that one night and get robbed by some gangsters too because they would set you up. So
yeah, that's some real shit though. That's real.
Yeah.
Oh no,
it's a compelling argument for both sides.
It is. I couldn't do the eternity of talking about the Senate. I'm sorry. I mean, I know the Senate's already corrupt. What am I supposed to do, Padme? What am I? You tell me this every day. What am I supposed to do? It hasn't changed in the last 50 years. It's not going to change tomorrow. I promise.
Hey, no. The Senate. This is a. Shut up! I am the Senate. Call me Senate.
Jesus.
And then we went into discussing about Kathleen Kennedy's statements about bringing back some of the sequel trilogy people, and Adam Driver's response to that. We were just discussing, how could they bring back, Padme kind of just walked off into the sunset and she's gone. But Kylo Ren, Ben Solo, whatever you want to call him, died. So how would you bring him back into the fold?
You can't unless if you force ghost him, but I don't think he learned that, let alone deserves it.
I beg to differ. We brought back Palpatine. All you have to do is in the scroll down, somehow he returned. There you go. Kathleen Kennedy, we know she's capable of that.
You just get Ben Solo screaming in the background. You know how Palpatine's laughing in the trailer? You just get Ben traitor in the background.
Somehow he returned. No,
I think that they could do a standalone movie about, his training, his childhood, being, Han Solo and Princess Leia's daughter or son. Sorry.
I mean, the way his temper tantrums are like a 2-year-old
you
child,
say that shit. But how he went to becoming from his childhood up to being Kylo Ren as like a standalone movie. I think that they could do something like that. But I don't know. When you face, and this goes back to doing Solo, it just doesn't seem like they have a good track record when they single somebody out in Star Wars. The track record is not the great. Solo is a great movie, but it just didn't do that well. And we can't go back and, keep on blaming it on Marvel.
I'm going to stick to that with all my might and power.
But you got to think about everybody that watched it regardless.
They put it on a top tier day when Marvel dropped one of their most anticipated movies. How are you supposed to compete against that? You're not going to get the same viewership because if you're playing it at the same time as a Marvel movie, you're not going to have the same people going into Solo than you do going into an Endgame or an Ant-Man or a Spider-Man kind of movie. You're not going to get it. That's like if they put Rogue Squadrons up against Spider-Man No Way Home. We ain't going to see shit out of that. We're going to be broke because Marvel going to be making all the money. That's just it.
I understand the argument you're not going to get as many viewers. But of the people that did watch it, the ratings weren't as high. Does that make sense? They didn't like it as much as the other movies. I think is what I was trying to say.
And I think the biggest thing with that also, I can also put this on there, is that they didn't get the fan cast. Everybody relies on them saying a fan cast so much that when that doesn't happen, they get pissed. The only ones that they were excited about was Donald Glover being Lando. They didn't want Alden Ehrenreich as Han Solo. They wanted that guy. He used to be on Vine for the longest time. I can't remember his name.
What? I have no idea.
Oh, Jesus, where's my phone? I know
Okay.
exactly who I'm talking about. While you're doing that, I'll find his name.
But I don't think that I don't think that the actual movie. I mean, the movie was a good movie, but compared to the other Star Wars movies, I don't think Star Wars is built for a standalone. It's not like Iron Man or Captain America. It just doesn't have that same draw as for a standalone character movie. And to bring Kylo Ren back, like, does Kylo Ren really have the fan base to drop a movie like that?
No,
That's
I don't
honestly,
think so.
I don't see it.
Well,
By the way, the guy's name was Jamie Costa. He does like a Robin Williams impersonation. He does Harrison Ford. He did like a Han Solo mini movie on YouTube. It's actually really good. But no, like we were saying though, I don't see the popularity. I think Ray herself could have a great. If they, I see Garrison's face. I don't know about that. I saw it. I saw you step back a little bit, but I think if they approached it correctly and did something as like a training, like a Jedi, like starting the Jedi Order again, and something of that sort, I think that would be nice. But you'd have to really kind of get in depth about it, and you'd have to make it action packed. You can't just make a building the Jedi Order, searching around the galaxy. That's a TV show kind of deal. That's not a movie.
well, I mean, they could do a live action show, that based on rebuilding the Jedi Order and Luke doing all that, and they could use a older Mark Hamill to do that because, of course, he was getting a little bit older, and during that time, they could do some, something like that. But I just don't think, I don't think that if they do a Rey standalone and say they brought back Kylo Ren as a Force ghost or something like that, um, I just don't think that even with Rey, I mean, Rey has a huge fan base, but I just don't like what is she going to do? Because I don't see Rey rebuilding the Jedi Order. I don't see her being that type of master. I mean, her lightsaber is yellow. I think her more to be like a gray Jedi that kind of cast across the galaxy. And
Oh,
oops,
Oh,
I thought you
my
kicked
bad.
her.
hello.
Oh, Charlie's here.
I'm
Um,
sorry.
I just don't see. They would have to do something like that. They would have to do a something like she's like the lone Jedi that
Kind of,
saves the galaxy type
kind of like
shit.
Obi-Wan after Order 66 kind of deal. Kind of like
Yeah, I don't see them being
has a
able to
purpose.
do that on a thing like that. Now, Charlie, let me fill you
Yeah.
in where we're at. Okay, we'll start off with
Yeah.
the housebreaker. We'll start off with the housebreaker because you got to fill in on the housebreaker. The two Twiller girls in the Boba Fett video
Mm,
trailer
mm.
for one night or Padme for a lifetime.
Padme.
Why?
Yes.
She's
I'm
pretty.
alone again.
I like pretty
She's
ladies. She's pretty.
But
Now
a
I'm all blushy.
lifetime of hearing about the damn Senate and how they're corrupt, or a night of fun and you don't got to hear about
Right.
shit.
But I gave you the
I
response to
couldn't do-
that.
I couldn't.
I
I couldn't
can
do the
take
lifetime of the
myself.
Senate.
I hypothetically could take myself to the Twi'lek bathhouses anytime I pleased.
You would cheat on
Padme,
Padme.
Queen of the
Padme.
Naboo.
I just
That's
couldn't.
easy.
why I
That's a
said I
really
go
easy
for the
one.
And then
money.
you'd be stuck with Jar Jar because his
And
ass is going to be around.
I
too.
like Jar Jar.
Oh, God, you and the girlfriend both. I swear.
Okay.
We were watching Revenge of the Sith, and I'm like, oh look, the guy who ruined the whole Jedi Order. And she looks at me, and I'm like, don't hit me. And she's like, you be nice to Jar Jar, and I'm like, I mean, it's kind of his fault. All his friends, Misa friends are all dead. Yeah, because you did it. Yeah, she punched me right
Then-
after that. I had that coming.
And now we're discussing Kathleen Kennedy's statements about bringing back some of the sequel trilogy characters
Yeah.
into Star Wars again. How could they bring them back? And then we'll go into a little bit of Anna Driver's response to wanting to come.
Yeah.
back. But
Let's
first we're-
read her. Let's read her quote. Can I read her quote real quick?
Yeah, go ahead, read it.
Yeah. So she was asked about the Resistance heroes, and she said, "Certainly, those are not characters we're going to forget. They live on, and those are conversations that are going on with the creative team as well. So
So that means somebody's creating something that has to do with them. My thing is, Kylo Ren is dead. You know, he died. So what does he come back as a Force ghost, or you make a standalone movie based on him, which I don't think standalone movies in Star Wars do very well, as our track record with Solo.
Be nice.
And then with Rey, like the only thing I don't see her rebuilding the Jedi Order. I see her more being like a rogue, like not Jedi, not Sith, you know, the gray Jedi, and just going through the galaxy. But I think that's would be more of a like a TV series than I would see it as a movie. That's how I feel about it.
I just don't see them.
I think I looked at this yesterday. I think if they're going to do anything with Adam Driver, it's either going to be a Force ghost or they're going to use the de-aging that they've been developing, this de-aging technique, because he's not exactly like 20 anymore. And they're going to do like Ben Solo. They're going to give us that kind of gap of time with Luke Skywalker and Ben Solo. And I think they'd be more inclined to go in that direction rather than anything more Kylo Ren, because he's dead.
yeah,
I can see
And it
something
doesn't
with the
seem,
also-
Ren,
there's
though.
not a point, really.
I also feel like the de-aging has only been used for like brief glimpses at people.
Yeah, but I think
feel like it's a lot of work to do a whole movie
yeah, but this is
de-aging one
Disney.
guy.
They'll jump at an opportunity to push technology as far as they can. Like, and if
That's
anything,
true, that's fair.
And especially if Lucas gets a hold of it. Lucasfilm
That's fair.
loves
They've
being ahead of the game.
they've also hired some of the top deepfake people who are like on YouTube. They're hiring from everywhere, all pockets of like kind of professionalism, and I don't know. Did you guys
Well-
hear that? This may be completely off topic. Did you guys hear that Gina Carano is supposedly going to be in the latest season of The Mandalorian? If not,
Yeah.
just to kill off her character.
I think she'll come back in season 4 and they'll blow her up in an X-wing or something funny.
Good, kill off
I
her
think-
character. I
I
think
think
that's a
if
good
you're
way
gonna
do
to
it-
send it out.
I think if you're gonna do it, just kill her off. Like make it
Yeah.
freaking air off.
I feel like that's better than just. I feel like that's better than just like, oh yeah, she's gone. Like,
Yeah.
give her like a death at least. Yeah, make
And then
it fit
Cara
with the
Dune died.
story. Right.
Raw
I just feel like
Fanboy said, "Oh, I'm sorry, Garrison. Go ahead."
Oh no, go ahead.
Raw Fanboy said, "There's no such thing as a gray Jedi." Actually, if you go back to the very first and the oldest point of the Jedi Order, they were all gray Jedi because they pulled from Ashla and Bogan. They stayed in the middle.
Come on, Charlie.
I haven't eaten anything all day. I'm so sorry. Rey is a grey Jedi.
She
I
is
will hear
now.
no argument. I will hear no discussion. She is a grey Jedi. She fits the definition of what we understand that to be within the Star Wars universe. She embodies both the light and the dark side. She has the ability to use both of those powers equally.
Well, then you would, if you looked at it as Revan. Revan was another person that could pull from dark and light. You had Mace Windu that could pull from dark and light. Actually, his Jedi power was to pull from the dark side and use it for the light side. That would be a definition of a gray Jedi. But if you go back to, you know, the origination, if you look at the oldest place that Jedis are found within the Star Wars galaxy, that's legend and canon, the gray Jedis are where the Jedi Rangers, or Jedi, or however you want to say it, Rangers, and they pull from Ashla and Bogan on Tython. So they never swayed too far to the light. They never swayed too far from the dark. Theirs was about balance, being in the middle. That's a gray Jedi. So there's gray Jedis.
I don't know. I feel like I don't know. I mean, as much as I do not want to see any more with them. I don't know. I didn't like the characters as much. I feel like besides Rey, no other character had a lot of development.
Well, I think that
You know what I mean?
I
agree.
think Rey, if you do like a TV series, kind of like The Mandalorian, but have her as like the Jedi that goes out and she's the only one and she battles darkness and that's what she does. She goes out and, you know, does what the Jedi do. go to planets and, fight the bad guy and, bring peace to the galaxy type shit. I think that that's a very good plot to build a movie. I mean, it's basically what they've been playing on anyway with the Mandalorian, what they're going to play on with
Right.
Boba Fett, what they played on with the Bad Batch, is you take one or a group of individuals that's going to change the way the outcome, which way the galaxy goes. And I think that that's something that could be done. And you know that it works because it worked in Kung Fu Legend Continues. It worked on every single TV series back in the 70s and 80s. And part of the 90s was you had a character that wants to save everybody and do all the right shit. And she could be
Right.
that person. I don't think that
Here's Oh, go ahead, finish.
No, you're all right. I was done anyway.
Yeah, here's my only problem with that. She's already faced off against Palpatine. Okay, Palpatine's like the biggest, baddest Sith ever. I just don't see much of a struggle when she goes out and becomes that rogue Jedi. You know what I mean? She just defeated Palpatine. Who's gonna put up that much of a threat to her?
Well, just imagine,
so-
she got to go
Maul
to
will come back
Dathomir or
again.
something. She got to go to Dathomir and face the Night Sisters. Or,
Yeah, I wanted to go fight the Night Sisters. That'd be sick.
Or you guys got to realize that, and I might be mistaken in this. I might be just talking out my ass, but did nobody ever really killed Ventress? She doesn't
true.
die. You know
That
what I'm
is
saying? She just kind of
Right,
just.
but compared to Palpatine, bro, like,
I mean, but you still got other characters that could come out, or the characters that they could create. How much? Just because there has to be a balance to the Force. That's one thing that Star Wars has shown us since the very beginning.
yeah.
There has to be a balance. There has to be equal amount of light to equal amount of dark. When light gets too powerful, then the dark side comes in and creates something where the whole Jedi Order gets killed off, and all you have is Obi-Wan and Yoda. Then you have Palpatine and Vader, 2 and 2. There always has to be a balance within that. And every single time one of the people die, then another person pops up. So there has to be future Sith Lords or dark side users, dark Jedi, whatever you want to call them, that pop up within the Star Wars galaxy, because she is the last Force user left when you think about it. But you got to think about it also in a point of this. That little kid that's is it the Last Jedi, or it was either in the Last Jedi or the last movie. That little kid,
It's The Last Jedi.
where the little kid is using the Force. How do we know that little kid don't grow up to be the dark side user and says screw this shit and kills everybody and just, starts running havoc on the galaxy, and he's the only one. So if he's the only one, imagine how powerful his dark side abilities is. Because if we learn anything from Bane and Revan, is the less amount of Sith or Jedi, you're going to be that much more powerful, because you're like a battery. The more people that draw on that battery, the weaker you get.
This is the thing. Before Ryan Johnson blew it up in his own face, he absolutely, I think, had a plan for that particular part of the story. I know he's spoken about in a couple of interviews that he definitely had plans and ideas for what he wanted to do with that one Force sensitive child, and it wouldn't be the last we see of him, and it wouldn't be this and this, but
You never know. It could go so many different ways, and there's so many planets. There's whole planets with Force sensitive individuals on the entire planet. Everybody on that planet. It's been talked about in several books that there's planets of people that are all Force sensitive. So what if one of them people decide, to just go to the dark side and just do some dark side shit? You think about that. Now here comes Rey to save the day.
Sydney, no. No.
There's too many different. There's too many different. It's an infinite galaxy of possibilities of things that can be done. They can go any direction with these. My thing is, should they? Do I think that they should come back with these characters? Kylo Ren, I don't see that. That's causing confusion if they bring Kylo Ren back in. because he died. Everybody knows he's dead. Now this dude just pops back up, or he comes back as a kid, and we got to watch him. Him and Luke, they explain that shit. Luke tried to kill him. You know, he said, screw that shit, killed everybody. It's done. The explanation is there. We don't need to hear his backstory. But Rey, I think that might be a good thing of her going and saving the galaxy or whatever the situation may be. I think that could be a good storyline if they decided to go with that. Because Rey is, I mean, if you really look at it, Rey is pretty dope. She can fly. You know what I'm
she is.
saying? She's pretty dope. She can fly. You know what I'm saying? She beat Palpatine. You know.
You're
And not
telling me the
Palpatine.
you're telling me the Jedi who wields this lightsaber isn't the biggest badass you've ever seen?
Yeah, Anakin Skywalker. Hey man, hey, you lined up for it.
You know what? You can have that. That was incredibly smooth and sharp. 10 out of 10. I deserved that.
But
Yeah.
I don't see too many different ways that they could really do. And like Poe, they could do something with Poe. I wouldn't mind seeing Poe blast up some ships and, you know what I'm saying, like going
Yeah.
in and trying to get rid of the
But
remnants
he's
of the.
done though. Oscar Isaac says he's done. He doesn't want to do anything with it.
No, correction. He said he will only come back if John Boyega and Daisy Ridley are also involved because he wants the three of them to be together. I apologize. Someone is setting off fireworks outside my house. Just going to mute my mic for a second.
But
We
no,
don't care.
I think if Oscar Isaac does come back, I think a Poe Dameron type style with like, okay, but I think it'd be great. But to get three of them together, you can't have an individual TV show, unless if they all come together, kind of like an Arrowverse or a Spider-Verse kind of deal, where all the shows merge and do all that fun stuff.
I just think Poe would be, because Poe, I mean, you got to admit, Poe was a pretty damn good pilot.
I mean,
he
I
did
have
some
his
cool ass
helmet. He
shit.
obviously did something for me. I got his helmet over there.
I mean, he did some cool ass shit with spinning I mean, the way he spent that X-wing around and the shit he was doing. I mean, that's pretty
The
dope.
Last Jedi gave us a beautiful explanation of his piloting skills. In the beginning with the Dreadnought, I think that was the beginning of the movie was great. The rest of the movie, trash. Just saying it. But I think that would be great to kind of like the TV show Resistance, kind of have something like that.
Yeah, I mean, or even if it's just, you know, Poe and a few pilots going around and just getting rid of the rest of the remnants of the First Order would be, you know, I think that would
Kind of
be
like
cool.
a Mandalorian without the Mandalorian, you know,
Yeah.
all the remnants everywhere going to
But
planet and blowing them out of the sky.
you see that well, let's put it like this. We have to see how the Book of Boba Fett goes and Ahsoka and Obi-Wan, because these are all standalone TV shows that's based on a character. They might have other characters in them. It worked for the Mandalorian, but the Mandalorian had a great storyline, and I wouldn't say it's so much it was so much a standalone because you had the Mandalorian and you had Grogu. And Grogu made that very, very compelling to watch, because like, oh man, like you wanted to know if he was just going to drop him off or if he really was going to start to care about him. This asshole guy was going to start caring about this kid. You know, you really wanted to see that. You wanted to see that you got that connection with that. Like, oh man, it's like the guy kind of found a puppy, and what is he going to do with this puppy? Is he going to keep the puppy or get rid of the puppy? You know what I'm saying? So it drawed on the heartstrings. What is he going to do? So that was something that captivated the audience and brought us all back each and every week to watch it. Because like, oh, is he going to find a Jedi to take him? Is he going to give him up? What is he going to do? All these. And they had a lot of different characters that came into the Stray, but it was basically based on them two characters. You go to the Bad Batch, you got the bad guy or the Bad Batch looking after this girl. You know, it pulls on the heartstrings. So we got to see kind of how Obi-Wan and Ahsoka and the Book of Boba Fett do as, you know,
Absolutely.
really as a standalone on that character. If they all do good, and I think if Disney finds that foundation that Star Wars fans are drawn to, I think that they could do something with Ben or
You know what I want? I'm gonna say it. I want Chewie and Porgs in a TV show. I'm just gonna say
Chewie
it.
and Porgs.
Yeah,
That's the
Okay.
kind of stuff they'd make animated, I think, especially for the kids. That'd be
I would
Yeah,
watch
that'd
the
be
living
so
hell out
lovely.
of it.
I would.
I got Phoenix watching the Bad Batch right now.
I would.
So
I would watch it. I just don't know, man. Like Chewbacca is just like old as shit, man. That dude is old.
Mm-hmm.
Like sooner or later, he's gonna have to die.
no,
How long do Wookiees live to be like a million? Because that dude's like 500 years old now. Shit, he was like 200 years old in Rogue One. Like Jesus, how old is he? How many years has done went by? He's like 250 or some shit. That dude is old. That's an old guy. Like
In The Rise of Skywalker, he is 235 years old.
Jesus, 230. I wouldn't want to live that long,
And
man. That's a long
I
ass time
don't
to
actually
live.
think that's old for a Wookiee. I think that's still relatively young and sprightly.
middle
Damn.
age.
Yeah, give or take.
235. Gee, man. Like, dude, I'd be like, man, I want to see what the next part is. Damn, this is
Oh
taking
yeah,
forever.
flip. Average lifespan is over 400 years.
Jesus.
Damn, that's
Yeah.
old. 400
again-
year old.
It's against
like
the
half
law
of-
for Chewie to die. Yeah.
That's how. Well, actually, in the books, he gets blown up by a planet. So, if you go back to the books during the Yuuzhan Vong Wars,
I'm sorry.
in the Legacy books, yeah, he gets hit with a moon on a planet, like a whole moon hits him and kills him. So, but you know, if we're going off of canon, you know, that dude is old, like, and he just keeps on going. And actually, he does it to he saves Han's kids. And I'm saying kids because in Legends, I mean, we know that he has 3 children. So, but he literally gets hit with a moon. They hit him with they smash a moon into the planet and kill him and kill Chewie.
Mm-mm.
Cindy said, if Chewie dies or is hurt, we riot.
Yeah.
Star Wars fans get the okay to riot if Chewie dies. Anybody else dies, it's okay. We just sad. But if Chewie dies, we get a riot. We get to tear up the world.
That's fair.
Could you imagine a riot with all the Star Wars fans? You know how many Star
You
Wars
would see so
fans?
many lightsabers.
Oh, you would. That'd be amazing. It'd be like it'd probably be like a Guinness Book of World Record, most lightsabers in one place ever.
You see a bunch of people with fake lightsabers running down the street, bashing people, hitting people in the face with them, smacking them. Everybody got big welts from lightsabers across their face. That would be crazy as hell.
Nice. I am going to steal the microphone for a second because I went and did something exciting Star Wars today as Garrison went to Galaxy's Edge last week. I had the pleasure, a huge thank you to my girlfriend for getting us the tickets. I had the pleasure of attending a live orchestral performance of Return of the Jedi. So all of the score, all of the background music was performed live by an orchestra, like a full, like 40, 60 piece orchestra. Absolutely incredible. It brought like a whole new layer of life to the movie and a huge like new appreciation for the soundtrack. Those musicians worked their ass off for those 2.5 hours. Good God. Incredible.
I don't know. That just kind of seems like that would be distracting for me being able to watch the movie.
No, because you like you're so focused on the movie and the orchestra becomes a part of the film. There's no kind of like separation between the two. It is a completely kind of pure mix of the two, and it felt like watching the movie. It just felt like watching the movie. But that
I would go to that. That'd be cool.
you could feel this kind of passion and energy behind the music, and there was a really enthusiastic conductor, which I always love. He was so the only thing they didn't cover was the Jedi Rocks, like the horrible jizz song in Jabba's palace. That's the only thing they didn't cover, which I was a bit disappointed by. But you could see the conductor the whole time was just in his little stand.
Wait, so was the film was on screen the whole time?
Yeah, the film was on a screen, and then the orchestra is sat underneath the screen that projects the film. and plays the music.
Oh, dang, that is cool.
Yeah, absolutely incredible. If there's ever an opportunity to experience something like that, I highly recommend it. It was so beautiful. Honestly, hearing like those opening notes and Darth Vader's theme performed by a full orchestra.
I don't know.
Tears. There were tears rolling down my cheeks.
I'd have been that asshole in the stand throwing beer bottles at them. Shut the hell up! I can't hear the movie.
Oh no, you could. This is the thing. You could hear everything that was going on. There was never a point where the music was like louder or the performance was louder than the mixing of the film. I think it was being done like as it was being shown. There was one guy guy in a full stormtrooper costume.
Not mad.
Sort of like down the bottom. That would have been fine if he wasn't taking flash photos of himself throughout the entire performance.
That's obnoxious.
I'd have definitely threw a bottle at him.
Yeah, I was close.
Hey, asshole, quit blasting your camera, you dick.
It says on massive posters everywhere, no filming, no photography, nothing.
And this dude's just doing it the whole time.
No, excluding that, it was incredible. I had an amazing time. It's given me a whole new appreciation for Return of the Jedi. Where can I get 10 baby Ewoks? Give them to me right now.
I Ewoks are the best. They're way cute.
Etsy?
Until they put you over a fire.
I've recently
And you have to have your mouthy 3PO droid talk them out of it.
I've recently started reading Warwick Davis's autobiography, specifically from when he was like a kid as wow, I've forgotten the Ewok's name. Wicket, thank you. As his time as Wicket, and it's just this little kid in a little bear suit, just having the best time.
Royal Fanboy said he got to go to one back in the early 2000s in Pittsburgh. I seen a commercial for it the other day, but I don't know where it said it was being played at. So
yeah, I would love to go to one of these, but for like Phantom Menace, to hear Duel of the Fates performed live. Oh. Yeah, Rural Fanboy said that it was for all 3 original trilogy films. Oh, that poor orchestra.
Yeah, that's a long time. 6 hours.
No, actually, scrap that. Scrap that. The orchestra get to sit down. I feel for the conductor who was standing the entire time. Standing. That's it.
They used to that shit though.
Yeah, they do it all the time.
That's true.
Yeah.
Hey.
And I would say, like, dang, their fingers would be shredded, but they probably used to it. They got the calluses.
I think
all right, what's the next thing?
Yes,
sorry.
guys. No. Feel free to move on. I'm good. I've said.
I want to ask Harrison about Galaxy's Edge.
Oh, fuck my drag. I'm joking.
That was just my personal thing, but I mean, Charlie, if you got something to do, I mean, go ahead. Look, made me feel
tell us all about Galaxy's Edge and building your lightsaber and all of that good stuff.
Yeah, I mean, what do you guys want to know? Just the lightsaber building thing? Or what?
Tell me about Rise of the Resistance. Tell me about it right now.
Okay. So, for those of you that listen to the podcast and those of you that know me, I'm not a fan of the sequels as much as the other ones. But I got to tell you, that ride was epic. Like, it was way good. I don't know how they did it. So without giving a whole lot of spoilers, because I don't want to spoil it, because it kind of has like a story that you're going through.
I've watched a lot of YouTube on it. I don't think it's going to be spoiled for me, but if you may.
But they just did a really good job. Like when like stormtroopers are shooting at you, they even have like bullet holes like appear in the wall. They have like Kylo Ren's lightsaber coming through the wall, and it looks so real, like so real. They just did such a good job. Like really, they did. Everything looked so realistic. You felt like you were actually in Star Wars. The people who were, yeah, go ahead.
I'm so sorry. I know it's actually like Daisy Ridley, isn't it? Like she green screened and put the costume on and did like
So they have like a hologram talking to you of Daisy Ridley, and I was like, what the heck? And everything just looks so real and so much like what you imagine the movies look like. And so I just think they did such a good job. I don't know how they did it. They did a great job. And even like before you get onto the ride, kind of the walking up is part of the ride. You know what I mean? So they made like the standing in line and stuff part of the ride too. So it was cool.
Aww.
How was the lightsaber, and which one did you pick?
So the first time I went, I picked like a green and a blue one. I can't remember. I think it was the Guardian style because you get 4 different styles to choose from.
Mm.
And then this last time I went, I got a red one, and then I bought an extra purple kyber crystal. So now I have all the colors. But then I did like power and control kind of thing. So like a Sith kind of looking saber. But yeah, it looked really cool. That was way fun. I'm sure, like by now, people have probably seen videos of that.
Yes.
But that's a way cool experience, especially if it's your first time. It's mind blowing for sure.
So,
I
okay,
just want to go.
never mind. It said zoom. It went right over my head. I don't know what the hell I was going to say.
Happens to the best of us.
It was,
I
Just continue on.
yeah. I can't wait. I can't wait to go. I can't. You've got to start a GoFundMe to get Charlie to Galaxy's Edge.
But yeah, it's definitely really cool. The Rise of the Resistance is like hands down so good. I mean, I don't want to compare and like trash other rides, but
No.
recently they also came out with like the new Spider-Man ride and California Adventure, like right across. And like I love Spider-Man; he's my favorite character in Marvel. But dude, yeah, the Star Wars one blew it out of the water, like blew it out. Of the water.
Damn.
Yeah, like crazy good.
And the Spider-Man
Like-
one's new, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like brand
Yeah.
new. Isn't it the
That's-
one where you have
I
like
mean,
the
yeah,
web
yeah.
shooters? Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
bad when something that's been around for like, what, 5 years now can still blow out the water of their new attractions. It's
Yeah. I
amazing.
mean, my father-in-law who went with us, he's never even seen the sequel Star Wars, and he loved the ride. He thought the ride was like the
I was
coolest
going
thing
to
ever.
ask how like your family and stuff found it. Did you feel like it was appropriate for all ages? There was something for everybody, not just like the kids and
In Star Wars Land?
yeah.
Oh yeah, they definitely did a good job making it for kind of all ages.
That makes me really happy.
I mean, it's Star
Yeah,
Wars.
that's
It's good for everybody. And if you don't like it, suck it, little kid. Yeah, no, I'm joking.
Kyle, you can't just tell our audience to suck it. That's not
Hey,
good.
it's Star Wars. Star Wars is awesome for all ages. It was created for all ages. It was created. You got to think, when we all first seen Star Wars for the first time, we were all young.
Yep.
And now, I've been watching Star Wars for 40 years, you know, and Star Wars is great. Like, dude, I wake up watching Star Wars. Like, that's like my ringtone is Star Wars. Everything is Star Wars, because Star Wars is just awesome. I mean, I don't even know what else. It's the most spectacular thing ever.
Are you
I
gonna
did a
point
double
something out?
take. Look who's in the chat. Hi, Addison.
I
Hi.
know.
Hi. Yay.
She said Spider-Man
Sorry.
death wasn't fun.
Fair.
Yeah, we didn't like it.
I was about to be like, oh, hi, Addison. Welcome to the chat. And then went, hang on a sec. That's Garrison's Addison.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, it was like, I don't know, like, my biggest thing is I want to do a live from Galaxy's Edge. That shit would be so awesome for us to do a live from Galaxy's Edge.
Oh yeah.
I could just imagine us just having a bunch of just running around with our cell phones, just looking at, look at this, look at this, look at this, look at this, look at this. Look at this. Just everybody be just sitting there like, who the hell am I paying attention to? Because I don't even know what the hell is going on. They just staring at shit. I think that would be awesome, and just us talking about how amazing it is. It would be great.
There'd be a recording of me crying seeing the Falcon. That's great. That's
too.
great.
We can hold each other and cry together.
Yeah,
that's fine.
Yeah, that's fine. I
That's
cry
great.
like a little girl. I don't care. Every time I watch the reaction videos all the time of these grown men that have been watching Star
No,
Wars since they were
CJ.
super young, and they're crying like I can already feel like I'm like, yo, that's gonna be me here in like
It's
June.
It's not crying like a little girl, CJ. When it comes to Star Wars, it's crying like a man.
No, these guys are weeping.
Hey, I didn't cry. Well, nobody's seen me cry.
reframe that statement. Nobody watched it.
Which reminds me, he probably went into the bathroom to cry. And that reminds me that even the bathrooms look Star Wars like. So.
What? Really?
Yeah.
What they have a special urinal, a Star Wars base urinal.
Yes. It was cool. Yeah. It was like Darth Vader's helmet upside down. And so, I'm just kidding.
Now that would be funny.
The next marketing idea from LSR. Vader's
I want to pee in Darth Vader's neck. Like
Sidney Campbell said, "Oh my God, just like a Jedi, the dream." Yes.
Trying to cut off his head and shit. Like, yeah, come here.
I'm sorry, the bathrooms at Star Wars are the only ones with hot water in the whole park.
Yeah, they were like warm. It was cool.
I don't remember having hot water. It's been a while, so I don't remember there being hot water. I don't think no bathroom had hot water when I was there. They must have not liked me when I went. They said, "Oh hell no, here goes this guy."
Shut the water off. Shut the water off.
I know Star Wars Land wasn't there when I went to Disney as a kid, but I do remember my parents being very, very bored because it was everything for me, everything for 9-year-old, hyped up on sugar, here to see Disney princesses. For my poor parents, nothing.
Yeah, no, I'm excited for June because I plan on going for my birthday in June. And I was talking to the girlfriend about it, and we were wanting to take the kids. And I'm like slightly nervous because like Phoenix is going to be 3, and a 3-year-old, I don't like.
Maybe a little, maybe till she's a little older.
I don't want to push it off because I want to go. This is for me. This is for them.
Yeah, I know, but this is the thing. Their first Disney experience has to be when they're conscious, like conscious little human beings.
She's there right now reading How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Okay, she's very aware.
That's an excellent book. Very good taste.
I read her book every night before bed, and that's the only book I'll read because I can't stand the other books she's got.
Bring her back brace because she's going to be on your shoulders a whole lot as you walk through this.
Yep. She's going to get tired. She's going to get cranky. She's going to get hot, hungry.
Make sure you got a back brace and some steroids because your legs is going to get tired.
I don't know. I kind of want to just like make a Disney trip like every couple of years or every 3 years or something.
That's fair.
That.
Could y'all imagine that? Anakin Skywalker on steroids.
He looked like he's bigger than Adam Driver. Adam Driver was swole as shit. That was yoked. You can't tell me he wasn't.
Yoked! Oh my God, I'm dead.
I don't know if I'd say yoked.
He was huge though.
That before.
Like you couldn't when he was in that shirtless scene, you were like, yeah, he was a Marine at one point. He has that Marine physique, like the stature, the way he was built. Like you put a uni on him.
He's
Ben Swallow.
Ben Swallow.
Yeah, Ben Swallow.
Yes.
Have you seen? Sorry. This is kind of off topic. Have you seen like those memes talking about like it's like Star Wars characters with like lifting stuff? Yeah. It's like Admiral Squat Bar and like it was so funny.
There are far too many edits of Adam Driver as Kylo Ren when he appears to Rey and he hasn't got a shirt on and he's got his trousers up to his nipples, and people condense the photo down so he's short and wide.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I like the Qui-Gon Gin one.
Qui-Gon Gin.
Yeah.
Qui-Gon Gin.
Oh God,
Sydney, please.
All right. Put your shirt back on.
Do you have a shirt? Something you can put on? And she's there like this the whole time. And he's like, Rey, join me.
Stare at my ex beach rans. Fall to the dark side. We have pectoral muscles.
Speaking of, I don't know if you guys have read the novelizations of the sequel movies. So, like, obviously, we know that there's a little bit of kind of back and forth between Rey and Kylo, and there's kind of that like hate love, and they sort of like each other, but they don't know. It is so steamy in the books. The tension between the two of them, the way it's written, like they just can't. Adam Driver and Daisy Ridley wanted to improvise a kiss scene in the lift in The Last Jedi, and Ryan Johnson said no. He said no making out in the lift.
If it was to happen, it'd have to be in like a Han Solo type way, where he like it'd have to be
It
in that
makes sense.
Well, yeah, he's his father's child. I mean, come on, you'd have to do it like his dad, like kind of like leaning up on the wall, kind of thing. Like
I'm sure Adam Driver wanted to make a make-out scene in the movie. Daisy Ridley's hot as hell.
Yeah.
Yep.
Damn straight.
Yep. Gorgeous.
Adam Driver is also hot. We're just, just for balance.
I'm ready to see his new movie. Gucci so bad.
This is the thing that gets me, and this is the reality. Okay. If women seen Adam Driver before he was famous walking down the street, no woman would think he was attractive. But because he is famous and he played Ben Solo, Kylo Ren, now this dude is like one of the most attractive men in the world. But women would not think, like, he even said, there was an article I was reading.
True too.
Honey, you sound bitter.
No, it's not that. There was an article that I read, and they asked him, when he was young, did no women like him at all? Like, he had no, like, women were not attracted to him. But as soon as he got famous, everybody thought he was just so gorgeous. And he's like, dude, it's like, that's how you know that fame changes things. He was like, because didn't nobody think I was attractive until I became famous. And he said it himself. Because that dude is busted. Like, that dude looked like he got beat with the ugly stick. His nose is all jacked up and deformed. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, you got to really think about it. If you look at that dude, he's not an attractive man. You know what I'm saying? And women just love this dude now. They didn't love him before because it's the truth.
Whilst Sydney is in the chat, she's also sat upstairs, and if you disrespect Adam Driver one more time, she will run down these stairs and scream into this microphone.
Sydney,
I can feel her like vibrating with rage upstairs. She's unsubscribing. She's gone. She's unsubscribing.
I'm just being honest.
Again, this is 2 weeks in a row. Damn it! What are you doing? We bring her back, Sydney. And then she leaves again. This is what you're doing.
I'm sorry, Sydney. Adam Driver is attractive to you.
I'm me.
But I feel like that's fair. Like, I don't think he's ugly like Kyle says, but I also don't think anybody would give him a second look if it wasn't for Star Wars.
Well, he said it himself. He said it himself. He was like, before I was famous, I didn't get the attention that I got when I was famous. Women were not attracted to me. Once I was on Star Wars, then women were throwing themselves at me. He was like, that just shows you the price of fame. When you become famous, people look at you differently than when you're not famous. And he wasn't saying it in like a fuck people because they didn't think I was attractive before. He was just saying that people don't think of what the difference is between being famous and not being famous. I mean, look at some of the people that's in history that just have been just busted ass people that would have never got the attention ever. They would have never got no attention. Come on. Think about it like this.
Owen Wilson.
Would anybody?
Prime example, Owen Wilson.
Ozzy Osbourne. Would anybody think that dude was attractive?
He wasn't bad looking when he was young. He aged bad.
Like, that dude was...
like 90% of rock stars.
I mean, look at the lead singer of Motley Crue. He was attractive when he was young, and now he looks like my damn dad, damn it. Overweight, out of shape, can barely do what he's supposed to do.
Or what's his face? The dude that died from the dude on Queen that died. That dude was toe up. Ready. Man, his teeth looked like they was going to jump out his mouth at you at any time. And this dude, I guarantee he got no play before he was famous. And then after he got famous, women threw themselves at him, even though he was gay. But, you know what I'm saying? Everybody, just people just like, here, I love you. And it's just because of the fame. And that's, that's the price of fame. That is truly the price of fame.
Yeah.
You get, like, you get to be places that you would never be if you wasn't famous, and you get to do things that you didn't get to do before you was famous. That's just the honest truth. Because there's a lot of busted actors and actresses that just like, dude, like, how the hell did you ever in life get to be with this gorgeous woman or man or whatever? Like, you could not, there's no way you could have got that unless you was famous. That's just the reality of it. That's the price of fame. There's benefits. Benefits to being famous. One day we'll get there.
One day.
One day.
Also, rural
See-
farm boy,
see-
I apologize. Apologize for eating. Well, I'm not apologizing for eating. I'm hungry. This isn't like an LSR mukbang. The theme of the show hasn't just suddenly changed.
No. I went on a rant because I want to be famous and gorgeous just because I'm famous, not because I actually look good. I'm just playing. I'm just messing around. Okay. I think we should get to the what if. Because I got a good one for y'all today. Y'all want to get to the what if?
Go on then.
Wait, where the hell did CJ go? Why this dude done got up like 15 times during the episode?
We keep like
the
skipping over
kiddies,
this
I think.
bracket, bro. We get into these
yeah, we gotta
awesome
get to the bracket. I'm
conversations
sorry.
that we forget the bracket.
No, we got to get to the bracket. We got to do the bracket. Bracket first.
Yeah,
Let's do the
quick
bracket.
one.
Bracket.
Quick one.
Okay. So I've got the current, like, everybody who's left is in the wheel of names, ready to go.
Sweet.
Okay.
So-
don't we got
Let's do like one
okay,
or
what-
two.
Okay, what?
One or two.
Wait a minute. Let. We got to go over to what we talked about last week. Does anybody remember what
Oh
what
yeah,
came up last
Just
week?
last
Because
week.
I had to cut it out for the audio listeners because it didn't make no sense. Because he was at Galaxy's Edge and without video, it just didn't make no sense.
Give me 2 seconds because I was not prepared for this. The list of people who've gone through are Palpatine, Yoda, Dooku, Qui-Gon, Windu, Ahsoka, Bane, and Kit Fisto.
Okay.
That's who ended up qualifying from last week's discussion.
All right. So everybody, that's who it is. Now let's get to the next one. That's who the winners were.
First up, we have Count Dooku versus. Oh my goodness me! Versus. Oh, what? Versus Bane.
Oh, he's dead.
Hey, I thought Bane
Count
was already out.
Dooku's beheaded again.
Wait a minute. I thought Bane was already out of the thing. I
No,
thought,
we did Bane and Revan, and I thought Bane went through.
No, Revan won that.
Did Revan win? Then it should be Revan.
Oh,
I'm
Revan
so
won.
sorry. It's Dooku versus Revan. There we go.
Okay. Either way, he's
Revan.
losing his head again.
Yeah, Revan.
Yeah.
Bane.
Yeah, that's fair.
I mean, not Bane, but Dooku can't beat Revan. There's no way.
Yeah, I love Dooku. I like him, but yeah, he's getting his butt whooped.
So Revan was. If Revan ends up winning this whole thing, I'm going to be so pissed.
Sorry, what did I miss?
Dooku versus Revan, who would win?
Revan, hands down. Dooku's a bitch.
Yeah, Dooku's a bitch. Dooku's not a bitch.
I don't know. I think Dooku. I think Dooku is pretty. You know, he's pretty sophisticated, but I just don't see him.
He's a
being in
great
fight.
duelist. He's a great duelist. Can't shut his mouth. I think he just pissed Revan off, and Revan would just tear him apart.
Yeah, I don't see Dooku beating Revan.
That's fair. Next up, we have Mace Windu versus. Oh! I think this will be a good one. Mace Windu versus Kit Fisto.
Mace. Windu.
Mace.
Really?
Yeah, I think Mace
Yeah.
would.
When Kit Fisto is dope and he's a great swordsman, but like Mace Windu created his own like lightsaber thing. He's a master of all of them.
Yeah.
And
that's
he
the
can
point.
draw from the dark side. And like I don't think Kit Fisto could beat Mace Windu. I just don't. Nah. I don't think.
Fair enough. We've only got 2 more pairs left, so we can bash through them if you guys would prefer.
Yep, let's do it.
Yeah.
Next up we have Qui-Gon Gin versus who's it gonna be? Oh, versus versus Palpatine. Oh, damn.
Palpatine.
Yeah.
Qui-Gon.
Sad.
I'm going
You're
Qui-Gon.
tripping. There's
Rest
no way
in
that
peace.
Qui-Gon
I ain't
could
tripping.
beat Palpatine.
I ain't tripping. Nope.
You got to go off with actual skill. You can't just go off of who you like. Don't work like that.
It works like that.
Skill-wise,
I've already lost Boba Fett. I've already lost
Yep.
freaking Darth Maul. Come on. Give me
You about to
Qui-Gon.
lose. You about to lose Qui-Gon.
Resistance is futile.
Yeah, there's no way that Qui-Gon can.
Fine.
Qui-Gon couldn't even beat Darth Maul. How the hell is he gonna beat who trained him? You know what I'm saying? That's not gonna happen.
You hurting my feelings over here.
The final pairing is I think this is really interesting. The final pair is Ahsoka versus Yoda.
Yoda.
Really? You
Ahsoka
Yoda's whooping her, bro.
you don't think
Yoda
Ahsoka
doesn't
will
even
give
need to
Yoda
draw
a
his
run for his money?
lightsaber.
Yoda.
Man.
Ahsoka couldn't beat Yoda. Ain't no way. I mean, in all reality, Palpatine couldn't even beat Yoda. He just threw some shit at him and knocked him off the
Yeah.
thing, and he failed.
Yeah.
He didn't beat him in dueling, or in force ability. He just was high. He had the high ground, That's why.
Yeah,
that's
and if
the
a
only
bunch
reason-
of people, and a bunch of people rushed in at the end of that fight, so Yoda couldn't keep the fight going. He had to run
True.
away. It was just
Yeah. Nah. Yoda. There ain't no.
So
Ahsoka
after
couldn't even
this-
beat Palpatine.
after this bracket going on for several episodes, we've reached our semi-finals. Our semi-finalists are Revan, Mace Windu, Sheev Palpatine, and Yoda.
Oh shit.
We have got some big players.
who beat Luke?
You're asking me the wrong questions, Garrison.
I'm
Who
sorry.
beat Luke Skywalker?
I feel like Luke is good, but then I think it was last week. Yeah. 'Cause
It
Luke,
was
we're not
it
talking
was
about them.
it was Luke versus Rey Skywalker, and Rey got knocked out, and then I could not for the life of me tell you who Luke was pitted against.
It was
but
probably
I-
Revan.
I think because we
I think
decided
it was Luke
it's
versus Bane. I think it
No,
was
'cause
originally.
oh yeah, it
I
was.
think yeah. I
Yeah,
think
because
it was Luke
Bane
versus
versus Revan, and we picked Revan over Bane.
We did.
I think Luke. I think Bane. It was picked out. I don't know. We'll have to go back and listen to the other episodes. But I'm pretty. If I'm not mistaken, if I remember correctly, it was Luke versus Bane, and it was like, dude, that's not Luke. Can't beat Bane. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no way that Luke could beat Bane. Luke is dope, but he ain't that dope. And then it was Bane versus Revan, and it was like, oh hell no, because I was upset about that one. I know I definitely remember that one. I was upset, but I had to pick Revan. Okay, let's get to the what if. Let's do it. I'm not prepared
I'm
at
excited.
all.
I'm excited.
I'm not prepared. You guys can lead the conversation. I am tired.
It only takes one decision to decide the direction of the galaxy. A decision that will influence the outcome. But if that decision went the other way, reality as we know it would change forever. The galaxy would be on a different course. Things that have happened would cease to exist. A new narrative would be etched into creation. So we are going to analyze those other possibilities when we ask, what if?
Okay, hold up. That was what it was. It was Palpatine versus Luke, and we picked
Yes.
Palpatine over Luke.
Yeah.
I just remember that. We was like, dude, it was because we all argued the fact of that Luke, if he didn't throw his lightsaber away, I'm like, dude, it wouldn't have mattered because it took Vader to throw him down the damn hole in order for him even to get killed. Vader had to kill Palpatine. Luke couldn't do it. There wasn't no way. Okay, so the what if question of today: what if Anakin's mother didn't let him leave? Go ahead, Garrison.
I think Anakin would never join the Jedi Order, but I think he still would have become a Sith. For two reasons. One, I mean, I'm sure a lot of people have heard the rumor of how he was created by either Plagueis or Palpatine, through the Force, to either be, as I've heard multiple ways, to be the perfect apprentice or to be the perfect host body where they could transfer the consciousness into him. Right, and I love that theory. I think it's the coolest theory. I'm really interested in that. I love to see more of that. Number one. Number two, his upbringing, he was in slavery. Like Bane, like we look at Bane, his upbringing was similar to Anakin's, but Anakin's was even worse, I think. And so you see like there's just so much suffering and like pain in his past, growing up a slave and growing up witnessing all that kind of stuff. And the fear of the loss, because I think his mother probably would have died anyways, or at least he would have seen more suffering. So yeah, I just think that there's a whole lot of ingredients to make a Sith, and anger leads to suffering, suffering leads to, you know what I mean, that whole thing.
Okay, CJ, what you got?
I think Nate's 2117's comment makes sense. He would have been the best pod racer in the galaxy, and I think that's how he would have got noticed by Palpatine. A little human boy doing something very dangerous and very, like Qui-Gon said, you have to have Jedi reflexes to do such things as this. Yeah. I think that would have brought him up into perspective to Palpatine, seeing him everywhere. And I think Palpatine would have went and saw him and kidnapped him. Just like Sydney said, a kidnapping would take place.
What you got, Charlie?
So I wonder, when we first meet Anakin as a little boy, and Qui-Gon like measures his midichlorian levels and decides, like, he's incredibly powerful, he's got like huge potential force abilities. How much force ability had Anakin shown at that point naturally by himself, and without intervention? I wonder if maybe his force powers would have stayed dormant for a longer period of time, because they wouldn't have been sort of like pulled out of him the way the Jedi Order just sort of went, right, you are this, do this, be this. And I think, yeah, Nate's got a really fantastic point, that I think he would have transitioned to being a pod racer, and that would have been how his force abilities presented themselves, therefore making Palpatine sit up and go, hang on a second. I think he would have had a better life as well, arguably, at least in the beginning. I think being taken away from his mother at such a young age was obviously deeply traumatic for him as a character, and I can't help but empathize with that little child.
Right, and he was too old and too young at the same time.
Yeah, too old and too young. Absolutely, yeah. Absolutely.
Okay, so my thought process on this was like a kind of like a combination of what all you guys said. I truly believe that he was created by Plagueis. That's been a rumor, and it just makes sense. It makes sense that he was created by Plagueis, and I think that Palpatine knew that he was created by Plagueis. I think that's something that they probably did together. Like it took their combined force abilities to create a life. It's one thing to live for a long time, pull force and do all this different shit to live forever. But it's another thing to create life. That's some strong force alchemy. But at the same time, I think that he would have been, I don't think he would have had that loss, because his whole transformation started by the loss of his mother. And then it utilized that loss, and I think Palpatine was the one implanting them dreams into his head when he was older about his mother dying, and then Palpatine dying when she gave birth. So he was trying to figure out a way. I think that was Palpatine's whole play. I think Palpatine used the Force to give him them visions. So I don't know that them things would have happened, because it would have been different. He wouldn't have had that loss. He would have never really got to know Palpatine on that second adventure, so he would have never fell in love with Palpatine on Naboo the way he did. I think he was a little bit infatuated. Huh?
You said fell in love with Palpatine. I was so confused.
Oh my god, an alternate Star Wars story.
I meant Padme. So, because, I think he had a little bit of a crush on her when he was younger, but if she would have left, and he would have never seen her again. When they sent him to protect her on Naboo, that's when they truly fell in love with each other. That whole time period of the love things and all that, and the beautiful scenery and all that. I don't think that he would have fell in love, so he would have never felt that loss. His whole transformation to the dark side was based on his loss. So I don't know if it would have been as easy for Palpatine or somebody to come in and just influence him. And he's never had that loss. He needed to feel that loss in order to be converted to the dark side. and he would have never felt that loss. So I don't think that it would have went that way. I think it have went more. Palpatine tried to come and get him when he was a little bit older, maybe, and he was like, "Screw you, dude. I don't know you. Why would I follow you? You know what I'm saying? Like you just popped up one day talking about come with me and shit. I don't want to do that. I don't even know you. Well, now you're gonna get kidnapped. Now got resentment against the person who took you. So I think he would have been more of a light side person, and he would have stayed more to the light side, and maybe some Jedi's rescued him, and something like that happened. Then, and then he became a Jedi, and he would have never had that loss feeling. That's just my thought.
That's fair.
What if?
I'm also like you. Sorry, go ahead, Charlie.
No, after you. Honestly.
I think if it went kind of that way, I wouldn't see. I could possibly see Palpatine just buying Anakin.
Oh yeah.
And maybe his
And,
mother too.
yeah, and his mother too.
As like a
Because I don't
manipulation
think.
tool.
Yeah, I mean, you see Palpatine when he's manipulating Luke. He doesn't care that Luke hates him. He still thinks
No.
he can turn Luke, no matter how
Yeah.
much Luke hates him,
He's
and that will make him a better apprentice. So I think he wouldn't even bother like buying Anakin. Who cares if Anakin hates me? I'm going to make this awesome,
yeah,
Darth apprentice, and
like a
then
living
kind of like,
weapon.
and then a living weapon, and then possibly like transfer my consciousness into him, or just have an awesome weapon.
That transfer of consciousness is kind of crazy thought too, because
Mhm.
that was
Mm,
Palpatine's whole MO was transfer of consciousness type thing, and that goes back to Bane because Bane tried to transfer his consciousness into his apprentice, into Darzana, when they were fighting. That's it. His whole thing was the transfer of consciousness, because then you could live forever and never be, you know, and never have to give up the rule of two because you just went into your apprentice and you just get another apprentice, and then when it's time, you just go into that apprentice and you can just live forever. And that was also
Yeah,
something that Vitian did later on after his kids tried to kill him. He had to transfer his consciousness. He just got kind of trapped and he was just kind of floating around in limbo for a while before he actually came back out and got the transference. So I can see that. And then, we do realize if we go back to the Dawn of Jedi, it wasn't a transfer of consciousness, but the Force alchemy that was used to create um, whatever her name was. I can't remember her name right now. When she had created a whole nother body, and she transferred parts of the body into her when she got wounded. So we know transference of consciousness and transference of body is something that has been done with the Force for since 25,000 years
mm.
BBY. After before the Battle of Yavin. So we know that these things are possible. At least if you go back, if you look into the legend side of things, these things are possible.
right. It's difficult, but definitely possible.
I can't believe that's an angle I've never even considered, or a theory that I've heard before. Like blowing my
Dude, it's such a
mind.
cool theory. Like of all the theories I've heard, Star Wars, that one has got to be the most engaging for me and compelling. Like that was a theory that kind of explained Snoke for a while before Disney
Yeah.
went a different direction with it.
Also, just to rebut one of Carl's earlier points, I disagree. I think Anakin fell in love with Padme the minute she walked into that shop. The moment he saw her, he was
Well,
in love.
it wouldn't really be love at that age. It'd be more of an infatuation. I think he was
Yeah, but to
infatuated with her.
carry that infatuation around with you for years and years and years and years, and wait and hope and to think of her every day, to wake up every day and only see her face and be reminded of her, that would so quickly grow into love. Especially
Right.
like with the strong positive relationship he has with his mother, with this like
Well, you got to
good
understand
female role
too.
model in his life.
He was on Tatooine. All the women in Tatooine are ugly as hell. So that's
Oh
the
yeah,
first beautiful
except
woman
for
that he
Rey.
had, the first
Right.
beautiful woman that he ever seen. So his infatuation, he was
True.
probably, I mean,
He
an
called her an
infatuation
angel,
definitely.
for God's sakes.
Yeah, he called her an
Yeah. Are you
angel.
an
Yeah,
angel?
I think. I mean, this isn't proven, but I think what also could have happened is another one of his like force sensitivity could have been peeking through him, knowing or having a feeling that hey, that's someone that's going to be important to me.
Yeah, or that's like the one. Maybe the Force has a way of interpreting the one, like your soulmate. And I'm going to cry.
Nope, I don't see it. I don't see it.
Anakin and Padme's relationship is
And like we
Don't say
discussed in
goals,
other
'cause I'm
episodes,
sorry.
it could have been.
Oh no,
fake.
no, no!
It's not goals.
No goals.
Younglings
No
No
goals.
is
goals.
not
No
goals.
goals.
Very, very dark relationship.
I'm sorry. I will never forgive Anakin Skywalker for choking Padme while she's pregnant with his children. Like, dick move. Dick move.
It's like a
I
drug
think the
addict,
red
though.
flag that should have happened is when he came back after killing all the sand people. That should have been the immediate red flag of, I don't think I want to marry this guy. Nope. They went right after everything had to stop. They went and fought a war.
Yeah.
And then they got married? Get out of here.
Not only the men, but the women and the
So
children.
the children too.
Ooh, Anakin.
He just slaughtered a whole people, went and fought in a war, and yep, I want to marry this guy. That's her immediate thought. I'm sorry. No.
Yeah. I think Padme's got a little Sith in her.
Love
Oh,
knows
she
no
definitely-
bounds.
Over and over and over and
But
over again.
you also got to understand too, when he choked her, it's like a drug addict. You know what I'm saying? A drug addict will steal from their own parents. A drug addict will steal from anybody. And
Yeah,
the dark side
that's
is like a drug.
That's a comparison, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So when you look at it like that, it wasn't Anakin choking Padme. It was the dark side was choking Padme. It wasn't really Anakin. Anakin was still in love with Padme. That's why he flipped the hell out after he found out she was dead when he was Vader and he crushed the whole room because he was like, oh my God, what happened? Because at that point, he's Anakin again. You know, I was thinking like logically. When he seen Obi-Wan walk down the thing, it was just pure dark side rage. So he's like,
Also, in the novelization, he also thought Padme was cheating on him with Obi-Wan.
He did. That's a very good point.
So I'm sorry. I look at Obi-Wan coming down off of the Nubian ship. I would be pissed. I'd be like, oh, so you cheat on me and now you send his ass to kill me. That's really
Hi,
convenient.
CJ's girlfriend.
Hi.
But come on, come on.
But isn't that kind of interesting? Like the irony between this isn't super related, but kind of the irony between the two sides. The dark side, you seek to bend and control the force. Meanwhile, it causes you to lose control.
Yeah.
And the light side, you seek to obey and listen to the force. Meanwhile, you maintain your control. And I think that's just interesting, like the difference between that and the irony, kind of. I don't know.
Harrison, you were on fire today. Listen to you.
It's
Philosophy,
definitely a
I
compelling.
Oh, I
it's
was going to say,
definitely-
have you been doing like some...
This is definitely some compelling arguments on what could have happened because that's the great thing about what if, because they could, like, if they ever made a series about this, like, they could go so many different directions. I hope they use some of our ideas.
Oh, yeah,
Because
absolutely.
they could-
We started it first.
They could go in so many directions, even though we know that Disney's never going to do that because they
Hey.
suck.
TM, trademark, copyright. If
Right,
you want to use these
copyright, yeah.
ideas, I want to be
Yeah.
in the movie.
Yeah.
I don't even want no
This is a
money. I just
verbal
want to be in
contract.
the. I just want to be involved. Let me be a screenwriter. But
Please
yeah,
just let me be involved. Please.
I'm just happy to be here. That's all
I'm
I
just
gotta
happy
say.
to be
Just happy to be
here.
here.
just let me
Everything
be on
seems
set.
cool.
and
I'm just
watch.
happy to be here. Thanks, guys.
I'll be a stormtrooper with no lines or a droid.
I'll just be the blue pants guy in the background of the Mandalorian. No big deal.
I bet you I could fit into the R2 thing if I had a chance. I bet you I could figure out a way to get in there. Okay, so we moving on to some news and rumors.
Go on
I
then.
think that we did
Let's
I
do
think
it.
we did a
That
good
was money.
job.
That was good. That was fun.
Yeah, I enjoyed that. That's a nice little segment for the YouTube.
The Alternate News and Rumors.
Okay, so let's get started with some news and rumors. I don't have shit.
I feel like we talked about the biggest one was Kathleen Kennedy whole thing. That was probably the biggest one that I saw.
I did catch something earlier before we hopped on. Another little trailer appeared for Book of Boba Fett with a
I'm
couple
sorry.
unseen scenes. You guys didn't see that? Where is
No.
my Instagram? I thought I was going to send it to you guys, but it wouldn't let me. I know I saved it.
Is it just another like sort of TV spot kind of remix of what we've already
Yeah,
seen?
but there's a couple things added to it that I haven't seen.
Oh,
Yeah.
Is it
Is this
is
from
it
like official
actual?
sources?
Yes,
Like,
this is
yeah,
from
what?
Star Wars itself. Like
Oh, okay.
yeah, it was posted 4 hours ago.
Apparently, there's a new Boba Fett trailer. Or like
It's not a whole trailer. It's
not
kind of
not like a
cut
whole
we
trailer, like a
did.
TV spot kind of thing
Yeah.
with some extra bits in.
Like you see some of the things from the original trailer, and then you see other things, and it's like that wasn't in the trailer. It was really neat.
Okay, so let's see if I can pull this up on screen. It's not gonna let me. I know it isn't. Let me see.
Quick, before Disney take our video down.
It's not long enough, I don't think. It's only 15. Oh, wait, this is the damn. Hold up. This is a damn ad it's playing. Stupid ads.
That's cute.
Okay, let's see. Let's see if I can get it to work. All right,
Oh.
let's see what. Let's see what.
There we go.
Yes, I can go to the fucking bedroom.
Okay, we can't hear nothing for some reason. I
You-
can't get audio, but that's all right.
Oh. Oh.
New
You're
one?
seeing things, right?
Yes.
Phoenix, no.
Okay, there was
Oh, I didn't
definitely
even
some
know.
new stuff in that.
That was very short.
Yes,
it
it
was
was a
very,
TV
very
spot. It was during the Thanksgiving. It was shown during Thanksgiving, during the football games.
Ah.
And then
Okay,
Star Wars turned around and dropped it on their Instagram 4 hours ago.
Yes, guys, this is on.
Yeah, that's new.
Yeah, so for everybody that's just listening, there's a quick new little 4 hour. It's like literally like 15 seconds. It says 2:18, but after about 15 seconds, it jumps into the original trailer. So I'll put
If
a
you
link to the
want to
description.
see it, the biggest thing is if you want to see the full thing, because it wasn't all of it, go to the Star Wars Instagram. It'll be their first post.
On Star Wars Instagram.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness me.
Yeah, it'll be their first post.
Okay.
And it just shows Boba Fett's helmet. You can't miss it. I saw that and I was kind of like, oh, yes, more stuff. I need more stuff. I also went to Box Lunch and they have dropped a bunch of Book of Boba Fett merch. And it took me everything I have in my willpower to not start buying things because people need to be able to get me Christmas stuff. Bull crap.
I do believe Nate is correct that Jessica Biel is playing the yellow Twi'lek. I think we
Yes.
discussed that in our breakdown video. Yes.
Yes.
The hell you mean there ain't no results for Star Wars? What kind of crap is that?
I think it's Star Wars all one.
Yeah, that's
I
all
tried.
I
That was
got
the first thing I put. Oh wait, shit! Damn it.
there. Yep, that one. And then it's the first one.
Okay, let's watch it.
What?
A little bit more action.
Oh my
Why does it
goodness.
look like his helmet was changed?
Is it me or does Tamara Morrison standing at the head of the table look badass?
Oh hell yeah.
He's looking swole as shit. Like, bring it. Like, try me this time. I said respect. I didn't say fear, but you want some fucking fear, you're about to get it. Like,
So there's definitely a few more scenes in there. There's a couple of things, and it's way more action packed. I think that little 15-second or 20 seconds was way better than the whole first trailer.
I
Just my
kind of
I am
agree.
just
That was
happy.
super exciting.
I am just happy that I was right about the second trailer thing. Just saying. Just saying. Even if it was a TV spot.
The only bit of news that I saw, which I don't know if you guys discussed earlier, I apologize if you already have. obviously with the Gina Carano stuff, the Rangers of the New Republic series is like dead, like completely dead, cancelled, done, finished.
Well, didn't they already say that before because of the things when all of that first happened? They said that
I
they
think
had
they
canceled
did,
it.
but I think it's been like confirmed to be like done.
I mean, that's not too disappointing.
Yeah,
No, I'm
because
not. I'm not
if
first,
you're gonna
particularly.
if you're gonna bash Star Wars, okay, this is my thing. You made a mistake. Okay, you said some things that they told you not to say. Okay, so there you go. You got kicked off of Star Wars, but then she went to bashing Star Wars. And if you're gonna go start bashing Star Wars, then I don't think that Disney or Lucasfilms should do anything with you at all. You know, that's just my personal opinion. Like just leave it alone, man. Just like go do whatever you want to do. You ruined your opportunity with Lucasfilms and Disney.
Fuck that time.
And then so that's basically, you know, where it has to be at. You know, like I don't like I was kind of excited for the Rangers of the Republic. I thought it was been a decent TV show from the stuff that I had read about it, but I don't see it being like if you ruin that, you ruin that. And just the messed up thing about it, she don't even think about she ruined it for not just herself, but she ruined it for everybody else that might have been involved in that. You got everybody from the gaffer to camera people to directors to photographers to audio people to editors to she ruined it for all the other actors that could have been in it. She ruined it for everybody. So that's why I'm most disappointed in Gina Carano because she
I think
literally
the
just thought
reason-
about herself.
I think the reason why I'm really disappointed is the fact that she like was a big influence on a lot of little girls. Because there's not a lot of strong. I mean, you have Rey, you have Leia, you have Padme, but that's all we've got. And she was the next in line.
I disagree.
Okay.
Star Wars is full of like strong, important, like
Well,
cool
yeah,
ass, kick ass women. Doesn't
Yes,
ju-
but like she was.
Yeah, and she
in
was
a-
supposed to
in-
be one of those.
She was in the
Yeah,
limelight.
that I
That's what I'm
agree
trying to
with.
say.
She was supposed to be
She
one
was in
of
that
those.
limelight. She was in that limelight to be on that caliber of Leia and Padme, but she turned around, put her fucking foot in her mouth, and screwed the pooch. Why would you bite the hand that feeds you? Especially something that big. Disney is huge, and you turned around and you not only did that, but you discouraged so many little girls from wanting to be your character.
Ego.
Get
Ego.
over it. You were a side character that you were way too long of a side character for starters.
No, I don't think there's anything wrong with like she expressed her political beliefs, and I'm all for that because every other actor does it. I'm not super mad about that. It's just when everything kind of went down, just the disagreement between the two that kind of caused it to explode.
Well,
Yeah.
that's my that's where my thing was at. It's like, okay, you can have your this is my thing. I don't care what other people think, what other people decide to do with their own lives. That's your business. If you decide to, whatever it is, that's your business to decide that. That doesn't affect my life. But to once they said, hey, can you please not do that? Then to start bashing Star Wars and Disney because they said, please don't do that while you're on our movie just because we don't want to deal with the repercussions of the things that you say. And that's any company. You can't go to your job and because you feel like you want to do this, you can just do this. You'll get fired. That's just the way jobs are. You still have a boss. There's still a protocol that you have to follow. You can't just do what you want. There's protocols that have to be followed. So they came to her and said, please don't do this. She continued to do it. Then she got mad because they fired her. Then she went on this giant rant and bashed the company because she made a mistake. That's the part that gets me. She made the mistake. And they asked her, they gave her an opportunity not to do it. They gave her the opportunity to say, hey, just stop doing that. Don't do that no more. And then she went and did it again. And then they were like, all right, you're fired. And then she wants to bash them for, you did it to yourself. But I think what makes me so upset is of all the other opportunities for all these other people that she just basically destroyed because she couldn't leave her political ideals away from away from what needed to be done as her job. You know, you're a creative person. You're an actor. People look up to you. People, you know, you have the world looking at you, and you're gonna go out here and use that platform in order to do that, which is okay. A lot of actors do that. But when the company that's paying you says, "Hey, please don't do that," and you continuously do it, and then they fire you, and now you're mad at them. How can you be mad at them because you went against you went against the grain? You know, that's what gets me. And just the opportunities that she took away from other people to have the ability to be able to work in their craft, things that they love to do. She took that away from them because she wouldn't just say, "Oh, I'm sorry, I won't do it no more." Or I'll wait till, you know, 5 seasons or wherever seasons the Mandalorian goes and it's over. And then she could have went out and said whatever she wanted to say because now she's not on the payroll. But while you're on the payroll, you have to follow the ethics of the company that you work for. And Disney and Lukas Films says these are things that is not okay to do while you're under our banner. And all she had to do is just stop doing it. And she refused to. So I don't, you know, that's on her.
That's fair.
And if she shows up in season 3 or season 4, I don't know what things, I don't know what her and Kathleen or the head of Disney have talked about, or if they came to a conclusion, if she's apologized or whatever. I don't know what the situation is. But if it was me and I was the head of the company, there's no way that she would ever be able to work for my company again. I wouldn't put up with that. It's like, dude, I just asked you to do something, and I just, you know, save that till later. That's all you have to do. But
Going back to our news and rumors, I saw something this week that I thought was really touching and really lovely. For the first time in like the history of Star Wars, in honor of Native American Heritage Month, a Navajo dub of Star Wars: A New Hope has been created and is available as like an audio option on all streaming platforms. I think it's been added to Disney Plus, and that's kind of amazing.
I mean,
Absolutely.
as somebody that has Native American in them, I mean, I'm not too diverse in the culture. I just know that I have Native American in me. My grandmother was actually born on the Indian reservation. I think, I think it's one of the good things about that is the fact of the Navajo language was used in the movie in intentionally, you know, or in the beginning. So for them to go back, you know, years and years later and give honor that, hey, we use your language, let us give you honor in that, and show how much we appreciated that you didn't ever sue us for that later on.
Yeah.
I think that was a very good notion, and I think that their heart was in the right place. I really think it does. I
I
think
think
that
it's a really, really lovely gesture.
yeah.
Super positive. We love to see it. Again, I've been a little bit off grid this week, so my collection of news hasn't been terribly good. Book of Boba Fett was all over Empire magazine this week, and the photos looked absolutely gorgeous. Oh my goodness. I am a sucker for collecting themed Empire magazines, I'll be honest. I've got quite a few.
I just bought well, I'm not gonna say I bought. My wife bought me for my birthday. She bought me like 4 Star Wars puzzles, and I'm about to start doing them. Cause, yeah,
You know,
they're huge puzzles.
somehow I love you more knowing that you like puzzles. I
Oh,
love that.
there's nothing better. Check this out. There's
No,
nothing
there
better
isn't.
than sitting down and having a few drinks with some friends and doing a puzzle. You will have some of the most
Drunk puzzle.
drunk
Yes. Can we do
puzzling
that?
is drunk puzzling is so much fun because if you're a guy and you drunk puzzle, sooner or later you're gonna try to ram a piece into a place that it doesn't fit. It just doesn't fit. It's just natural. You're gonna do it. It's gonna happen. And I didn't mean it like that. For all the listeners, get your mind out the gutter.
Sure. Let's go with that.
But no, it's a
We'll go
lot
with
of fun. You'll have like some of the most intellectual conversations I've ever had was doing a puzzle and just, you're not getting drunk, you're just sitting there having drinks, but you're doing the puzzle and I don't know, it just stimulates some of the craziest, conversations that you will have that you'll be like, I never thought about that before. Or I never even really looked at that before, or I never, considered that before. It's one of my favorite pastimes.
That is so wholesome. Oh my
It's so much
goodness.
fun. You got to try it. It's fun.
But yeah, it's been a relatively flat week for news for me. I don't know about you, Garrison. Did you dig up anything?
It was just that Gina, or not the Gina. Sorry, the Kathleen Kennedy thing
Yeah.
Well,
that we already talked about.
I have one thing, and actually, it just popped up on my computer screen. But I'm kind of irritated by this article. So it's all sci-fi, and it says how the failure of Lucas Films' Boba Fett movie paved the way for Disney Plus Star Wars spin-offs. And I think, okay, they might have failed at making a Boba Fett film, and they might have had a good idea with coming out with the Book of Boba Fett TV series. But to say that it paved the way for a spinoff or for Disney Plus Star Wars spinoff TV series is full of shit. Because Mandalorian did that. The Mandalorian, them coming out with the Mandalorian is what created all these new Disney spinoffs or the Star Wars spinoffs that we are getting. If it wasn't for the Mandalorian coming out, now it could have been the thing that motivated the Mandalorian. I don't know that, but I know that we wouldn't have none of these spinoff TV series. We wouldn't have Ahsoka. We wouldn't have Book of Boba Fett. We wouldn't have the Obi-Wan Kenobi series. We wouldn't have none of that if it wasn't for the success of the Mandalorian. The Mandalorian's success is what created all of this stuff that we're going to get from Star Wars that has to do with live action TV.
Yeah, it's
and
it's
TV
pretty
series.
influential.
Because I don't think nobody knew the dimensions that the Mandalorian was going to
No.
just be. I don't think nobody
No.
thought that.
Nope.
Because I mean,
I was
it was
prepared for disappointment, honestly.
Yeah.
it was the
same.
number one TV series in the world, in the
For like
entire
6
world. Not
weeks running.
yeah, it was crazy. Like they broke like so many records.
I don't even think Disney thought that it was going to be like. I think they knew it was going to be popular because new Star Wars and there's always Star Wars fans, but I don't think they realized it was going to be that huge. Heck, there was a baby Yoda balloon at the Macy's Thanksgiving parade.
Yep. And they did CGI stuff with the Falcon and Porgs.
Aww.
Hey, Darius just said a new Old Republic chapter is coming out.
Yeah.
Is it? Gosh, I'm out of touch
Like-
with my journalism this week.
Darius, is that another book? Oh, for the game. Okay, Darius, you got type faster. We're
Go,
at
go,
a
go,
standstill
go.
here. And Nate said, "Bye, Poe's X-wing." Oh,
He was talking about, I think, getting
yeah.
drunk and making models.
he actually broke the piece
Oh,
of
the
his model.
game. Yeah, I think they're bringing it back. There's been like a remaster and it's on like Switch and a couple of other platforms. It's been remastered and redone and they're adding to it and bringing it back. But there's still no new Star Wars games. Garrison and I keep that there is not. Stop giving me the old stuff. Stop repackaging it and putting tinsel on it. Give me the new stuff. Give me the new stuff.
Like I
Taking
said,
forever.
I don't
All right,
believe
duh.
I don't believe in any new Star Wars game until I can hold it in my hand.
Yeah.
When that happens, then I'll believe a new Star Wars game is going out. Other than that, it's just a rumor.
Oh, they're adding ray tracing. Wonderful. Wonderful.
Ray tracing.
I'm joking. Ray
Wow.
tracing's beautiful.
Okay. So, is it that time?
It is that time.
I hope not.
Ooh.
Can we talk about something else?
No.
Can we find something else?
See, it's a little bit different this week because I was busy today. My darling partner Nick has very kindly written the questions for this week's episode.
Oh, so
Hey,
they're gonna
Nick,
be
we don't
easy?
like you no more.
They don't like you anymore.
Okay, maybe they're easier. Maybe Nick will be on the guy side and he'll make them easier for us.
I doubt it.
No.
Oh, that's gonna suck. Come on.
He knows. He knows there's a level.
Oh crap. All right, let's get to it.
Well, now, you insufferable womp-rats, it's time for Charlie's Impossible Quiz.
Oh, question number 1 in Charlie's Impossible Quiz. What was Ahsoka originally called in early Clone Wars drafts?
What was her name?
Yeah. CJ?
Kira?
No.
No.
Ahsoka's name.
Couldn't think of it. That was the only idea I had.
I
Kyle?
know it was something like Ahsoka, but it was like Sekoa or Sekoa or
I'm going to give you a clue. The word has come out of your mouth during this episode.
fuck.
Padme.
No. Padme. No. No.
I don't know.
Nobody got any guesses?
Gray.
Gray. Oh, wait, I can't see the chat. I can't see if we're all fanboy. Oh, Dylan. Dylan knocking it out of the park with a home run. Absolutely correct. Ahsoka's name in the original early Clone Wars development was Ashla, in reference to the original name for the light side of the Force.
Ashla and Bone.
Interesting. That's cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is kind of cool. But then she'd have to be way doper than that, you know.
Yeah.
You can't be called the light side and the beginning of the Force without, being super, super dope. She'd have to be like super dope.
Question number 2. Who did George Lucas want as the main antagonist of the Star Wars sequel trilogy? Main antagonists are plural. Garrison?
Did you say sequel or prequel?
The prequel trilogy, my bad.
Oh,
Oh, the
Jar
sequel
Jar?
trilogy, really? Oh, the sequel trilogy, apparently.
Oh,
sequel trilogy. Yeah.
Maul.
Yes.
Oh, wow. That was a guess. You guessed the shit out of that one.
That's 1 point for Garrison.
Cindy said, my dad.
No, just because Maul was just so many people liked Maul. I figured,
Yeah.
bring him back. Yeah.
See, you guys are getting close, but not quite. Both Dylan and Derice, you're both correct with Maul, but not with the second one. Got to think a little more outside the box.
Okay.
She's. How do I give you clues without giving it away?
Let me see it. Maul and Kira.
Oh. No, originally it was meant to be, he wanted it to be Darth Maul and Darth Talon. Yes, the very busty, bright red, black face paint Twi'lek lady.
Darth Talon is fine.
Yeah, I agree.
I would turn to the dark side for Darth Talon real quick. And there's some very amazing Instagram people.
I'm sure there are, Kyle. I'm sure there are.
Some very
I'm sure there
amazing.
are.
Give y'all all a shout out. I got to give y'all a shout out. Darth Talon got some great cosplayers in Instagram.
Some real recognizing
Stop
real. No big deal.
simping. Stop it. Get out. Question number 3. This one is, put in just for you, Garrison, just for you. How big is Galaxy's Edge?
Like in square feet, or can we do like acres, or
Acres? Yeah, acres is perfect.
like 5 acres?
No. CJ?
More? Yeah, it's probably way
15.
more.
Oh, Kyle, any guesses?
20.
No, CJ gets the point. He's closest. It's 14 acres.
Ah, right
I knew
on.
it was around that.
Good
It was between 14 and
Nice.
16. I was
Nice.
guessing.
Rural farm boy.
I
on that
just
as
threw it
well.
out. I don't know.
Pretty good guess. Question.
Darius said, Kyle, when he sees a woman move.
Yeah. Anything with a pulse, Kyle. Anything with a pulse. Question number 4. Can you name the battle droid that was built using the remains of the late General Grievous?
What?
Battle droid. I didn't even know there was.
That was a thing.
That was a thing. The battle
Battle-
droid that was built using the remains of the late General Grievous.
That's fucking intriguing. I'm not gonna know, and I'm gonna have to look it up. I'm gonna want to know more about
Darius
that.
said Jakub
No.
yeah.
No.
That's a name I'm not gonna say.
If anyone doesn't have any guesses, I'm happy. Anybody? Anyone?
Yeah, I
The
got
one
no
from
idea.
Mando. The nanny droid. No.
IG-11. That would be awesome.
Yeah. Have I stumped Rural Farm Boy? Well, you've stumped Rural Farm Boy. Oh, the answer is NK necrosis.
Yeah, who put that on there? Yeah, Dylan put that on there.
Did he? Oh yeah, he did. What the far out?
Oh, I'm so sorry. Dylan,
I had a boy.
I missed it. Oh my goodness.
Does it come up on Google?
I really.
No, I want to
appreciate
look it
your
up. I just want to see what it
enthusiasm.
looks like.
Yeah, I want to see what he looks
Yeah,
like.
and-
No, it's like exactly the same.
He just don't have no heart or brain because
Yeah, it's just a robot. Yeah. It's exactly the same, except he's got
Aw.
staff.
Question number 5. What is the name of the character from Return of the Jedi who says, "I assure you, Lord Vader, my men are working as fast as they can"?
Director Krennic?
No.
That's gonna be my guess every time Vader's around. I'm sorry. General bitch. Thank you
General
so much.
bitch. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
He died. That's all I gotta know.
It's like Pitt or something.
Admiral bitch. No.
It's not Pitt or like Pet.
Darius said
Yularen, no.
No, I didn't think
Darling.
so.
I'm gonna hold out in case Dylan has an answer. He's just gonna pull one out of thin air. Or Google.
No Google. If I can't, you can't. It's only fair.
Oh, we do need to stop accusing our viewers of Googling. It's quite rude. No, incorrect, Dylan. Hello, Addison. Congratulations. That point belongs to you.
Wow.
Moth, she's close.
come on.
Okay,
Moth,
I know for a fact she's Googling. I know she's
stop
Googling.
Go, you go and tell her right now. You, Addison, was correct. It is Moff Jared. Question.
Yes, she admits it.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, hashtag Google. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. That's fair. Question number 6. According to canon, how many Jedi survived Order 66 that we know of? That we know of. Garrison?
CJ was first. Oh,
Oh, CJ was first?
yeah.
5.
No. Garrison?
6.
No.
2.
No. You guys
What?
are all wrong. All of you.
3?
Chat wrong. You're wrong. All of you.
Oh, okay.
None
we got
compared
Obi-Wan. We got
considering the
Yoda.
Empire.
We got.
You got
Does
Yoda
Luke
and
count as
Obi-Wan.
one? Does Luke
Addison,
count?
Addison, stop. I will. I have the power to kick you from. I will put you in corner time, Addison.
30.
Really?
Yes.
Hey guys, it's fine.
Yeah.
I'll just have to punish her after this.
Garrison.
Ooh.
Garrison.
Use the lightsaber. Did you buy the binders? Did you buy the binders? Please, I need an answer. You're laughing. I'm thinking that's a yes.
Garrison. Jesus Christ. Addison, you are 100% correct. Stop Googling. 30, according to canon, 30 Jedi survive Order 66, which is way more than I thought. I thought it was like 2. I'd have guessed 2.
I have a feeling we're going to learn
30?
a
What the
lot
fuck?
more of them. I have a
Okay.
feeling we're going to learn about a lot more of them in
Yeah.
Kenobi. Because I think that the Inquisitors, the reason they're bringing the Inquisitors and Vader in is because they're going to be hunting down the
Bro,
Jedis.
I don't know if I can even name 30 Jedi. Flip, that's a lot. Did they really finish destroying the Jedi Order? That's heaps of Jedi.
I don't know. That seems like a good restart button. That's just a reset. Kind of get rid of the old, put in some new perspective. You got to keep one old one around because Obi-Wan's just badass like that. You know. You got to send Yoda off to a distant planet because, well,
True.
he's just we're tired of it. Can't do the whole conversation thing with him. It's annoying.
Question number 7. What was the name of the synthetic kyber crystal that powers Darth Xana's double-ended lightsaber?
That's a Kyle question.
Yeah.
Rosanna,
Double-ended lightsaber, synthetic kyber crystal.
The flux capacitor.
The flux capacitor. You know, I'd give you a
1.21
point for
gigawatts.
Quentin Tarantino. Excellent.
I mean, I wouldn't be mad. I mean, that's a pretty dope name for a kyber crystal.
Yeah.
I can't
Darish, you're
think
not
of it.
close in the slightest. Does nobody have any guesses? Kyle, I am disappointed. The name of the synthetic kyber crystal that powers Darth Xana's lightsaber is Bane's heart.
Oh man,
That's pretty dope.
Yeah.
it is.
I think that's a really sick name. No, you can't just have the point. You don't get points for getting the questions wrong. That's not how this works. Question number 8. What is the preferred starship of the Jedi?
Oh.
Kyle?
The Jedi Starship.
What are they called? I know this. Oh man,
CJ?
The AC-130.
Possibly. That's not what I have it written down as, but I'll double check.
That's the only one I know because I
Practice
have the toy
Interceptor.
and the box says the AC-130. I literally looked right
No.
at it.
No. Nobody got any guesses? Everybody's Googling? Excellent. The answer is the ETA-2 Actis class light interceptor, also known as a Jedi starfighter or a Jedi interceptor.
I was close.
Woo!
I said Actis Interceptor.
Yeah,
Very close.
Okay, actually, yeah, you can have the point. That's fair. That's fair.
We don't have to count it, but I just
No, I count it.
recognize. I
I
try.
count it. I recognize. I see you, Garrison. It's okay. Question number 9. What does Maz Kanata have on the walls of her living quarters?
can I say that again?
Maz Kanata, our favourite small-eyed, in love
Sydney,
with Chewie.
really?
What? Sydney.
Wookiee furs.
Wookiee furs.
That's me
What does she
wrong.
have on the walls of her living quarters?
Wall paint.
Wall paint. Beautiful.
Oh, I don't know.
I'm
No?
trying to remember back to the movies because Rey goes in there. She goes and gets the lightsaber. What was on the wall? I don't think they ever show what was on the wall, do they?
So, according
Decoration.
to Star Wars: The Complete Locations, which is officially canon, there are like several theatrical posters of Star Wars: A New Hope just hanging
Really?
on her walls. Yeah,
That's dope.
Wow.
So they said, who?
I love
let's
when they sneak stuff like that into the movies.
put that shit in there. Let's see how many people actually realize that there's Star Wars posters of other movies in this movie. That's a good one.
I thought so. Question number 10. Can anybody recite the mantra of the Jedi Code?
The Jedi Code?
Yeah.
Oh, I get what you're saying. Dude, I could tell you the Sith because I listen to Bane all the time, but I don't know.
If you want to give me the Sith one for extra points, I'll take it. Please go ahead.
So there's
Light is flickering.
I'm not
in your
gonna
face
answer
right
it.
now.
there is no
I'm not
emotion.
gonna
There is
answer it.
peace.
Mm-hmm.
There
That's
is
one.
no passion. There's serenity.
You missed one.
There's like the chaos and harmony. Okay. So there's emotion and peace.
Yep.
Passion, Serenity,
Yep.
Chaos, Harmony,
Yep.
and then there's no death. There's the Force. Am I missing one?
You're missing one. Yeah.
I
CJ?
can't. I
There's
don't know.
only ignorance. Ignorance and knowledge.
Oh, yeah, ignorance and
There
knowledge.
we go.
So I hate to say this, but I have my flag up that says it right here, and I didn't want to answer it because that's not fair. I could have said the whole thing.
that is highly respectable. Would you
But
like
when
would you
he
like to
couldn't
read
think
it
of
for the
it-
class?
Yes. Okay. Says there is no emotion, there is peace. There is no ignorance.
Why are you
there
looking
is
at your
knowledge.
phone if it was hanging on the wall?
This is right here. The wall's right here. Right here. My flag is right here.
You're looking down, no. You were looking at your phone.
Because the flag's the whole damn wall, Kyle. It's huge. Oh, that's nope, not doing this. Nope. You can look it up on Google yourself.
There is no emotion, there is peace, there is no ignorance, there is knowledge,
Phone
there
is
is no
right here.
passion, there is serenity, there is no chaos, there is harmony, there is no death, there is the Force.
My phone's right here, Kyle.
Thank you.
The Sith is better.
Yeah, what's the Sith one?
Peace of the light. There's only passion. Through passion, I gain strength. Through strength, I gain power. Through power, I gain victory. Through victory, my chains are broken. Yeah.
That was the most
Force shall set
you're
me
the
free.
most you're the most unwanting Sith apprentice. Just I guess.
And at the end, the Force
Or the best Sith apprentice.
the dark side will set me free or the Force will set me free, just depending
Yeah.
on where you get it from. That's the last part.
Yeah.
Wonderful,
And the
everybody.
gray is cool too.
Yeah, I
So
like
Dylan,
the gray
if you
one.
want that flag, you can get on Etsy and look them up. They have varieties of them. Mine takes up practically this whole wall, and it's slightly obnoxious. I didn't realize how big it was until I hung it up. I bought it off Etsy. I think I paid like $30 for it. It's amazing.
I have two more questions for you guys. Two more questions. Question number 11. When was the first appearance of the Night Sisters?
And the Clone Wars.
No. CJ?
Dark Horse Comics.
No.
No? I bet Dark Horse did it first.
Mm-mm. The first appearance of the Night Sisters. This is some like deep Star Wars watching. So
Oh, it's in a movie.
yeah.
It is?
Yeah.
Was it in
That's your clue.
Phantom Menace?
No.
Oh. Was it the Clone Wars movie?
No.
Huh.
I have
So it's
no
not in the
idea.
Clone Wars TV series. It's not in the Clone Wars animated
No.
series. So it has to be. Okay, give us a hint. Is it a movie or is it a TV series or a TV show?
It's a movie.
The New
Prequel,
Hope?
sequel, or
No. There are more Star Wars movies than the prequels and the sequels movies and the originals.
Like what?
Stop Googling.
what?
Okay.
It is on the charger.
So the first appearance of the Night Sisters, and as we're introduced to them as a character, was from the 1985 made-for-TV movie Ewoks: The Battle for Endor.
It's
It is on
Disney
Disney Plus. It is absolutely adorable. Please watch it. It's ridiculous and brilliant all at once. It's in the same vein as like the holiday special. It was one of those kind of sort of lower budget.
Yeah.
The first time we're introduced to the Night Sisters as a character.
I ain't watched that
slash-
since 1980.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't good the first time I watched it. I wasn't going to watch it again.
It is good. I really enjoyed it. It's a
I've
bit
seen-
traumatic, but I enjoyed it.
So real fast before we do the next question, Dylan, if you just want to hit me up on Instagram, I can give you a bunch of shops that sell posters and all the fun stuff. Okay, we make continue.
Good.
Sorry, he keeps saying Amazon. I love Amazon, but
What a
Etsy
stud.
has better stuff.
The final question, and then I'll leave you all alone, I promise. The Rise of Skywalker was actually the second time Star Wars fans were vocally dissatisfied with the storyline of Palpatine being brought back to life through cloning techniques. When was the first?
Palpatine came back to life another time?
We are talking all of Star Wars books, comics, movies, all of it. Consider all of it.
I remember it being in one of the books, and then I also remember it being in the comics, but I can't tell you which one it was. I can't think of it off the top of my head.
It's a 50-50 shot. Have a guess.
Rebels.
Say the books.
Oh,
I'm
you're
gonna
wrong.
say, oh, I could have sworn.
So it's a comic?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I would have no idea. Far
That's
out.
fair. The first time we come across, is that Rural Fanboy and Dylan are both absolutely correct. It's from the Dark Horse comic series Star Wars Dark Empire. Palpatine is revived through cloning techniques, and the fans went nuts. They were so unhappy.
Why they keep bringing Palpatine back? Like that's just
Why?
Anybody.
Why?
like just let him be dead. Shit, fuck, can
Let him
anybody
go.
just die in peace in this damn messed
Nope.
up galaxy?
I cannot thank the chat enough for their enthusiastic contribution. Everybody did wonderfully today. I actually think Garrison might have won this round. Yeah.
Shit, I think Dylan won this round.
If you add Addison's point in there, then yeah.
I'm not Addison's points because Addison's points
I
came from
know.
Googling and that don't count.
Yeah,
I am done with the quiz. Thank you very much, everybody. That was brilliant.
This was
this was a fun,
fantastic.
dude. Those what ifs have been fun.
I
Like,
know.
just
They
going
make
back
you
to
think about shit.
Yeah, it makes you think.
What's next week? Or can we not know yet?
That's what makes it fun. It's because I have to throw it out there and it makes you think, and then you have to create shit. It's all about being creative. We are a creative podcast here.
Me? Creative? What?
Never. How dare they think that?
I want y'all thinking about things because you don't ever know when I'm coming with. I got a whole bunch of them already written down. Yeah, I got a whole bunch. I got some stuff that's gonna blow
Kyle,
your mind.
I need time to prepare.
No, that's not fun that way. You got to be creative. It's that you got to be right at the moment. That's what makes it fun
Yeah,
because
but-
you got to come off the top of the head.
When I'm thinking, I'm not talking, and
Well, that's why
that's not good radio.
that's why I make CJ and Garrison go first.
Oh,
That way
that's
you have
sweet.
time to
Thank
think.
you.
And me and
Garrison
Garrison
just all-
pulls up some valid points, and then it kind of changes your thinking, and then you got to
Yeah.
think a little bit more. And
Yeah.
yeah, I see it.
And see, that's the fun thing about it because somebody might say something that's big. Oh, I didn't think about that. Oh, that's good right here. But what if this happened? So you got to keep the what if going. So that's what happens. We all say stuff and it just, well, what if? Well, what if? Well, what if? Well, what if? You know, that's what what if is about. Because if you watch Marvel's What If, there's zombies and all kind of crazy shit that's going on, and they're like, "What the hell? There's zombies?"
Wait, for real? What?
Yeah, you gotta go. You haven't watched Marvel's What If?
I watched the first episode and I was like,
Nah, man, you
"Eh."
gotta
Oh
go
man,
watch.
it's
You got,
good.
Oh,
you gotta
it's
go watch
so good.
yeah,
I
go
think it's
watch
hilarious.
the
And I
rest.
just
Episode
watched-
does not do the series like a service at all. You need to get to like the end episodes. Anyway, this isn't Star Wars. As it's been over 2 hours, I'm guessing it is time to say goodbye. Thank you so much for joining us this episode of LightSaber Radio. As always, join us next week for more hijinks and mischief. And from me and all of the crew, be kind, be safe, have a fantastic weekend and time. Enjoy yourselves. Have a wonderful week. Goodbye. Goodbye. Thank you for tuning in to LSR. If you enjoyed the show, consider subscribing so you can be notified when new episodes are released. If you would like to be a guest on the show or just want to give us some feedback, feel free to email us. You can also reach out to us on all major social media platforms. They're linked in the show notes below. LightSaber Radio is produced by Pick Film Media and is a Swaycast original, starring Charlie Harwood, Garrison Turcott, CJ Elliott, and Carl McDaniel. And don't forget to join us next time for more adventures in a galaxy far, far away.